There is a hidden law in the universe that separates the dreamers from the achievers, a fundamental truth that governs every major success story in history. This isn't about intelligence, it isn't about having the most resources, and it certainly isn't about luck. The secret is simple, yet most people spend their entire lives ignoring it. Success loves speed, while others are paralyzed by overthinking, analyzing every possible outcome. The winners are already half a mile down the track. Speed creates power. It is the kinetic energy that breaks through barriers, smashes obstacles, and demands attention from the world. Think of a rocket ship. It consumes the vast majority of its fuel just trying to get off the ground, fighting the gravity of stagnation. But once it moves, once it builds velocity, it cuts through the atmosphere with ease. Momentum takes over. Your life is no different. Standing still costs nothing and earns nothing. Time advances without pity. While you delay, power shifts. Opportunities choose another, and you are left exactly where you hesitated. Perfection is the enemy of execution. It is a mask for fear, a heavy armor we wear to protect ourselves from the possibility of judgment. You linger under the pretense of readiness. While you prepare, the moment of power passes quietly to a faster hand. While you are busy refining your plan for the 100th time, someone else with a half-baked idea has already launched. They act, they stumble, they adapt, and they advance, while you wait, frozen in thought. By the time you deem yourself ready, they've finished version 3, seized the market, and you are left staring at what could have been. Your moment rots in the shadows. You cannot steer a parked car. This is the most critical lesson of speed. You need movement to have direction. If you are moving, even in the wrong direction, you can turn the wheel, you can correct your course. But if you are stationary, you are helpless. In war, the one who observes, decides, and acts fastest owns the sky. Hesitation is defeat. Victory belongs not to the better machine, but to the faster mind. Speed disorients, and chaos obeys it. In business and in life, the landscape changes every single day. If your decision cycle takes months, the data you based your decision on is already obsolete. When you are moving fast, you don't have time to listen to the imposter syndrome in your head. Speed acts as a filter. It filters out the doubts. Fear hunts in the pauses. It feeds on delay between thought and action. Immediate action outruns fear. Fear is left in the dust. Reality leaves no room for imagined failure. Money follows motion. Like a current, it flows toward momentum and abandons the stagnant. Reward follows those who seize, not those who consider. Power favors the first mover. You might be thinking, but what if I make a mistake? What if I go fast and crash? When you strike and fail, it costs little. Wait and fail. It costs everything. Quick defeat is a lesson. Slow defeat is a grave. If you spend 2 years building a product that nobody wants, you have lost 2 years of your life. That is a slow failure. It is devastating. If you spend 2 weeks building a prototype and nobody wants it, you have lost 2 weeks. You learned, you pivot, you move on, move fast, fail small, and build power. Hesitate and failure defines you. The sharpest minds strike fast and shatter norms. They understand that stagnation is a death sentence. So how do you forge this speed? You abandon observation and become the force that moves events, not the one that watches them. 1. Kill your hunger for certainty. Perfect knowledge is a myth. 70% is sufficient. Act on it. If you wait for more than 70% of the intel, You have waited too long, and you surrender the moment to your enemy. Second, apply the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Never postpone the small things. This clears the mental clutter. It keeps your engine running. It builds the habit of immediate execution. Third, set artificial deadlines. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself a month to write a report, it will take a month. Give yourself a day, and you will get it done in a day. Pressure creates diamonds. Urgency creates focus. When the clock is ticking, you don't have time to be a perfectionist. Study the powerful. They do not drift. They do not stall. When questioned, they answer, because delay is weakness. They have a bias for action. They understand that time is the only non-renewable resource. Every second you spend doubting yourself is a second you are stealing from your own future. You must train your brain to associate idea with action. Close the gap. Make the time between thought and execution instantaneous. When you have an impulse to do something good, to make the call, to write the page, to work out, move within 5 seconds. Comfort. Comfort is the grave of potential. Speed is the shovel that digs you out. Imagine 2 versions of yourself. One acts immediately. The other thinks about it for a week. After a year, the fast version of you has failed 10 times and succeeded 3 times. They have experience, scars, and victories. The slow version of you has failed 0 times, but they have succeeded 0 times. They are exactly where they started. Who do you want to be? The perfect statue or the messy, victorious warrior? Speed also commands respect. When you move fast, people get out of your way. They see a person on a mission. Slow people are interrupted. Slow people are doubted. Fast people are followed. This doesn't mean you should be reckless. There is a difference between speed and rushing. Rushing is acting without thinking. Speed is thinking fast and acting faster. It is controlled aggression. You must develop the capacity to process information quickly. This is a muscle. You build it by using it. Start today. Pick one thing you have been putting off. Not tomorrow. Not after lunch. Now. No delay. No permission. Move. Do it while your heart is beating fast. Do it while you are afraid. That is when the magic happens. The universe rewards the bold. It opens doors for those who knock with urgency. You don't need a perfect map. You just need to know the next step. Take it. Success is a volume game. The more shots you take, the more likely you are to score. Speed allows you to take more shots. The hesitant must be flawless. The relentless only need to continue. Do not aim for perfection. Fire, adjust, fire again. Wait for nothing. The perfect time will never arrive. The conditions will never be ideal. You make the conditions ideal by moving. You create the perfect time by acting. Look at the technology industry. The software that wins is not the bug-free one. It is the one that shipped first. They patch it later. They update it. But they own the user base because they were there when the need arose. Your life is your product. Stop keeping it in development mode. The graveyard is the richest place on earth. It is filled with books never written, businesses never started, inventions never launched. All because someone said, "I'll do it tomorrow." Tomorrow is a lie. There is only today. Speed creates its own luck. When you are everywhere, you collide with opportunity. Velocity erases obscurity. Power follows motion. Ask yourself, what am I waiting for? Permission? You don't need it. Validation? You give it to yourself. Those who move claim the world. Those who wait explain why they didn't. Make haste. That is an old phrase, but it holds ancient wisdom. Haste implies urgency. It implies importance. If your dream is important, why are you treating it like a hobby? Why are you moving so slow? Treat your ambition with the urgency of an emergency. Act as if your life depends on it, because the quality of your life does. When you adopt speed as a lifestyle, you become efficient. You stop wasting time on nonsense. You become lean. You become sharp. You become a weapon of execution. People will tell you to slow down. They will say, take it easy. Ignore them. They are trying to pull you back to their speed. They are uncomfortable with your speed because it highlights their stagnation. Your motion exposes their inertia. Keep moving. Don't look back. The past is a heavy anchor. Speed requires you to cut the chain. Every morning you wake up, you have a choice. Hit the snooze button and dream, or get up and chase the dream. Speed is a habit. It is a discipline. It is a muscle that must be flexed. Don't let the sun go down without having executed on something. Make today count. Speed allows you to live 3 lifetimes in the span of one. You experience more. You do more. You are more. This is not just a video. It is a confrontation with yourself, a dismantling of hesitation, comfort, and the stories you tell to stay still. What follows is a journey to strip the mind of fear, break the habits that keep you small, and rebuild yourself as someone who moves without permission. Most will watch, agree, and remain unchanged. If you intend to be different, subscribe and follow this channel. Stay in motion. Stay sharp. Dominate your field before it is taken by someone faster. Success loves speed. It is attracted to it. Be the person who moves. Be the person who strikes while the iron is hot. Strike the iron to make it hot. Your future self is begging you to hurry up. Don't let them down. The time for thinking is over. The time for action is now. Make haste.